So. Alright. Just put podium. It's just not picking up your audio device.
But I'm pretty sure it can hear me now. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. My Streamlabs decided to completely erase my microphone channel, so I had to go through and redo that. But we still have 6 minutes to go here in qualifying. I am joined by Harrison, the legend himself. Harrison, how are you doing after remaining very calm with me for that bit?
I'm doing alright. Have yourself, Kyle?
A little annoyed, but you know, it is what it is. So
It
I'm gonna
is.
make sure I do something. I'll have to add it as soon as we go into the coding thing. But SF1 GP2 here, live at the Belgian Grand Prix, round 14 for this evening. And as you guys can see, yesterday was kind of a madhouse, so it'll be interesting to see. It looks like we've lost out one of our drivers from Q3. Harrison and I probably didn't notice, but did you notice that?
Yes, it was Whiffy. I think spun at got the fast left-hander in the last sector. Because that's where I saw the car located before it glitched back to the pits. But I think he took the inside curb and spun off into the wall.
So we have Fatal Defiance. Actually, we have. Oh,
That's an
okay.
in-lap from Livid.
We only have one in this evening. I thought we would have had both AlphaTaurs. It looks like Postglad didn't make it in. So JML currently sitting with a 42.6. Can he hold that? The closest guy next to him is a 42.7. Croce, bringing a lot of pace behind that Ferrari into Belgian. He's starting to feel a little bit of that form, I've noticed. He's starting to get it back a little bit, gain it, I would say. Livid sitting up there in P3. As Carlos comes out behind the Williams, sitting in P4. His teammate, unfortunate night so far. A little bit of restless, not much sleep. He kind of daydreamed his way through Q3 and didn't time his outlap in time, so he didn't make his final run in Q1. So he was out in Q1. Q2, not much to write home about. Pretty quiet. Couple guys struggling to get into their, I guess you'd say, groove, and unfortunately did not make it to Q3. But here with Q3, a couple of names you would expect to be here. Like I always mention, though, both Racing Points,
They're always
always
in Q3.
always sneaking in. If there's always a place in the podium to make up for a consistency or a clean driver, it's always going to be one of these two guys that sneak in there.
It's like SF1 Carlos and Russia fighting for position on track.
Luckily, they're both on an outlap. I wonder what they're doing. They're playing chicken with each other. Who's gonna go first? And who's gonna give the tell?
Oh
Oh, and there's
no!
contact there. SF1 Carlos now is missing an end plate. He's not gonna have any time to get back in and fix that end plate. So he might have to settle for a P4 here if nobody else behind him improves. Interesting. One of the biggest tracks in SF1 and Formula One calendar, and you guys end up making contact with each other on an outlap during Q3. So let's see. Who is?
Luckily, Carlos didn't get a grid penalty for that.
You'd have to check it for me. I don't think he
I,
did. I didn't see anything
no,
pop
it
up on
would
my
have.
screen.
And they've fixed that thankfully with that previous patch, but nothing came up, and I just checked race director, and there's nothing in there, so he's fine.
They say they fixed it, but I guarantee it's still broken somehow.
Yeah.
So Fatal Defiance puts in a 143.1, good enough to hold P8 right now. Will Bill get himself further up in Sector 3 now? He will have enough time to go for another run.
He's
He's invalidated.
invalidated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it looks like my two favorite people are home, my wife and my daughter. So in just a moment, I'm gonna have to leave you with Harrison. He's probably gonna round you out at the end of Q3. I feel like I'd missed Q3 like completely because Streamlabs, they do
And
this to me.
Crouchy gone for a spin.
Crouchy will have enough time to go for another one though, if he needs to. We have Livid trying to improve. Livid, or else it's everybody
Carlos has
else.
stayed in the pits, so he won't be coming back out. Improves. So Rushy next across the line. Sorry guys, you can't see my view because Carl's just greeting his family. But whatever he's on, you just have to watch out for the minute. But Rushy coming up to the last few corners on the same for Looney Man, I believe. Looney Man doesn't improve. Rushy goes pole on a 42.6, 3 milliseconds faster than JML. Livid just starting his lap, and the same with JML and Mercedes. I think it's foul. Beetle's on a cooldown lap. He is out of fuel. Devil's invalidated, but he is half a second up. See what time he does get. And the checker flag has now fallen, so no guys can start a flying lap now. 42.8, so we would have gone P4 with that one. Bell coming up to the bus stop. Comes across and sets a 43.8 and stays P9. He's not on a lap, so the Crouchy. And I think that will be an invalidation because he just gone wide. It was a tenth and a half down. Too eager on the throttle. Crouchy doesn't improve. Lineman pits. So he livid next. But he pits. JML. Does he retake pole? Yes, he does. On a 42.4. 10th quicker than Rushy. Rushy in a second lap did not improve. I believe that's everyone is just waiting on Livid and Looneyman to retire in the pit lane. So this for the starting grid for the race, JML on pole position for GP2's race around the Spa-Francorchamps circuit in Belgium. Rushy on the front wall with him in P2, Crouchy in P3, Livid P4, Carlos P5, Looney P6, Devil P7, Fatal P8, Bill P9, and Whiffy Winner P10 with it did not set a time. Well, he did get it momentarily before JML came over the line with a stopper.
As Harrison filled you in there, I just missed the end of quali, but I did see the final screen, so JML grabs pole. In the meantime, while these drivers have their 5-minute complimentary break, we're going to give you guys a rundown of the point situation so far this season. And I know this man's already clapping, as in the combined, Mercedes have retaken the lead off of Alfa Romeo, my team, last week at the Hungarian Grand Prix, putting themselves in P1. Alfa Romeo holding on P2. Haas is P3, holding on strong. Racing Point sitting a nice, comfortable fourth. Ferrari starting to make a little bit of gains. You can see Croce putting on a lot of time this evening. We have Williams in 6th. Red Bull is 7th. AlphaTauri is 8th. Renault is 9th. And McLaren holding on to that bottom spot, which I'm starting to feel they have pretty much gotten very comfortable at this season. But moving on further to the Drivers' Championship, things are heating up as SF1 Senna did not make it out of Q1. His championship rival JML did, starting on pole. Senna holding on to the lead right now in the championship. JML moves back up second, overtaking SF1 Carlos last week, as SF1 Carlos had a DNF, unfortunately. Livid is in 4th. Bill is 5th. Devla 6th. We have Looney Moose 7th. Rashi in 8th. Becker is 9th. Whiffy 10th. We have Fatal Defiance in 11th. We have Kart Legend 12th. I'm trying to read these. It's like kind of small on my screen. However, Lucky is 13th. Croce 14th. Moving up on this place is Postglad is 15th. We have Dinner 16th. Steel 17th. We have I don't even know how to pronounce Zolo. I'll just stick with Zolo is 18th. New Ferrari driver Albon is 19th. Yet to make a race. I think he's offered a different working job, so he's been working. And the new Renault driver this evening, Phil is gonna filling in that seat completely full time. You guys have it, I was about to call you JML, Harrison. It's been a day. It's been quite a day. How's everybody else
Definitely.
out there? How's your day? How's your day, Harrison?
A bit stressful with my uni coursework, trying to get through it before the deadline on Monday.
Yep, I know that feeling. Well, these drivers have their 5 minutes, probably about 3 minutes now. If you want to give a
2 minutes.
prediction, who do you think is going to have the top three this evening? Because as of yesterday's race, it could be up anywhere. It could be anybody, really. Depends on what happens.
Well, with the pace that I saw from Rashi, because remember Rashi started in GP3 and now he's up in GP2. He kind of looks threatening to JML pole position in Q3 there, but JML did snatch it back. But because Rashi's on the opposite strategy, I think Rashi may be able to take the win off JML if he's not too quick.
Luca
But
in the chat saying lucky for the win.
well, lucky after turning off all of his assists from last season. He's still in the top 10, but I'd say top 5 for Lucky, possibly. Same with Senna, two of the probably the biggest movers. Um, the one thing I'm probably going to say right now is Senna will probably have to overtake Whiffy on track, and that partnership, well, not partnership, but rivalry has been long going all season.
A heated rivalry at that. We know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, a couple other guys definitely have one with each other. I've seen who is it saying? I've seen your other driver, Legend, mix it up with a couple of guys before. Not as much though, I would say. Uh, yeah, Rashi's been on it with a couple of guys. Becker's had a couple incidences with a few people. We do have a reserve this evening. I want to mention him real quick. Filling in for the McLaren, RRF1 Redman is in here this evening. I know he has quite a bit of pace, so he might be one to watch. But these guys, typically a one-stop strategy, or soft compound to a medium compound, or you can go from a medium to soft, unless you start on a soft or medium and there's an incident in the first couple laps. You can definitely pop on those hard compounds and usually take them to the end. However,
Right.
most of the drivers didn't have
Well,
that opportunity yesterday.
well, everyone excluding Whiffy, Bill, Devla, Crouchy, and JML are all starting on the mediums. All the drivers I've just named are starting on the softs.
JML made it. Wow, he did his lap on a set of mediums.
On a set of softs, sorry.
I was to say,
Yeah,
I
the
thought it
drivers I named
was.
start the the race on softs. The ones I didn't name start on the mediums.
Looks like these guys are about ready to go for the formation lap. Get that off the screen so you guys can see everything. Codemasters gave us this lovely little detail now that we can actually see the penalties on the names. I'm going to get rid of that mini map. Let's take a look at the fitted tire on. Yeah, a lot of mediums. No hard compound this evening. Not a single one. It'll be interesting to see that battle between Lucky and Senna at the back. You might have to keep an eye on that for me.
Well, keep an eye on the back of the grid anyway once we start on the field sleeper session.
Hopefully it doesn't fog down the lobby. We're going to give you guys a roundout from 11th down to 18th. We have Post Glide in 11th. We have Zolo P12. Phil, the brand new Renault driver, is in 13th. Becker 14th. Redman 15th. Legend is 16th. Senna 17th. And Lucky is going to start this race. Only way up is up for Lucky. Stig, let's go Alpha and Renault.
No, Lucky just keeping it slow at the back there.
I did notice that. Hopefully he pulls up a little closer. If he's gotten back in, hopefully. And his name is popping back and forth.
He won't be able to take control of his car until after the race start, like what happened to me on Sunday.
That might be a good idea though for turn 1. Just wait it out and see what happens. Your car might go through a bunch of chaos and you might end up in P3 when you rejoin. Man sitting on pole, trying to gain points on his competitor for the championship, SF1 Senna. Good place to do it, starting from pole. Can Rashi have a say here, starting P2? One of the better qualifyings, I'd say, from Rashi so far this season. He's had a little bit of misfortune in the last couple of weeks, but could his luck turn around this evening? Croce, this is a man I want to keep an eye on. Moved down to GP1 because he was having a tough time, which we all knew. Just to get him to keep racing. Moves back up to GP2 and puts himself on 3rd for this evening. Can he convert that to a podium? We're going to find out. 22 laps. Oh, the predicted pit stop strategy. Which is completely wrong, by the way. They tell you medium to hard compound. And we all know it's not a medium to hard compound. Lining up, Livid's car is bouncing a little bit, Rashi's car is bouncing a little bit. Looks like they have music going.
That's Lucky in his grid spot now.
Right, give me a better camera angle. There we go, waiting for those 5 red lights here at the Belgian Grand Prix. They are out. When are we on our way? Typically, I've learned my lesson to hold. There we are, lights are out for them, they're away. J-Mel gets a good start. Is Rashi going to follow through? Croce's going to sneak in. No. Hopefully there's not too many end plates missing at the end of this turn 1. A couple guys do go wide. Looks like it's relatively clean through there. Looks like Senna's down to the back. We're going to have a battle with Legend and one of the Renaults. Oh, that was close. It's oh! Big contact.
Becker into the wall.
Oh, there's contact here with the Haas.
Oh, there's damage. There's damage.
JML holding on to the lead. Rashi going on P2. Croce here at P3. Almost goes a bit wide into the gravel. Holds on to it though.
Lucky up to P13. Just got past Whiffy and there's a McLaren round.
Redman's retired. Redman. So unfortunately the reserves race didn't last very long this evening. And I think that's going to be a full-on safety car. It's virtual.
It's a virtual. It's a virtual safety car.
So it's unfortunate, man. So many league races. We can't even get
back into his car
through a lap without having a virtual safety car or a safety car. I think GP1 is the only guys that have done it so far this season. More clean open lap ones than I've seen, which is, you guys should have that. You guys are the top tier.
Biggest mover on lap 1 at the minute is Legends in the Mercedes. 6 positions. You got lucky 5 positions up to 13th. And we are back racing.
Delta out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Carlos just dipped way down. He's fallen back down to 9th. There's one thing we were talking.
Into the pits. Oh, Whiffy with a 26-second lap time. That we won't count that to the fastest lap anyway.
Eyes on the Delta. See whose gap is closest.
Both runners just almost side by side there. Oh, Phil's almost round. Really wide at the top of the
There goes Senna up through, gaining a position on the Renault. Keep an eye on.
Stayed out with that wing damage.
Defiance is really putting a lot of pressure on that Haas driver Lunimu for P6.
And fatal on Looney. His tyres are a bit cold from that VSC. Nope. Rivals 13th and 14th, Luffy and Senna.
Alright, here we go. Right now, SF1 Senna is sandwiched in between 2 Renaults. As Whiffy picks up
first
first penalty.
First time penalty of 8 rows.
So you guys see that nice little indication there on the new stream, thanks to Codemasters. Now all we need is a weather blimp. That's all I care about.
Oh, weather radar would even be better.
If we knew rain was on its way, it'd give us like a little indication of when it's hitting. DRS now available for these drivers. It is lap 3, as Becker has gone really wide. He's missing his end plate on the left-hand side of that wing.
I'm surprised he hasn't boxed yet.
He's gonna box now, and hits the wall on his way in.
Crouchy's round.
Dude.
Ready on. It's in a lot of his front lane now.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna have to box and try to move to the hard compound. Take him to the end, as long as there's not another incident. JML slowly pulling away from Rashi. However, these two, it's going to be interesting on a different tire strategy this evening. JML starting on a soft compound, going to end up on the mediums. We have Rashi starting on the mediums that is going to pit for the set of soft. If all goes to plan, that's the case. Keep an eye on the rest of these guys. We have SF1 Carlos slowly reeling in Zolo.
Oh, the yellow out there.
What has happened to JML? Interesting. What has happened? Did he lose traction?
He's rejoined P6 has no damage.
What if he just touched that inside left curb? If you're running low, if you're running your roll bars low, it could bottom the car and spin. I've done it before, and it's given me a DNF from it. He's lucky to walk away without damage, though. Could that be the moment that Rashi was looking for? Because now he's in prime position. Him and Livid.
He does have Livid right behind him.
Yeah,
as well.
It might be a battle between those two. Let's ride on board with SF1 Carlos as we're going to go up El Rouge.
I think JML will have fatal here.
Prix is retired.
Into the
safety car, I knew it.
And Legends.
Legends retired
El Rouge, top of Radion.
Did he hit Crouch's car?
No, Crouch is in the pit. I think either in the pit lane or the entrance to the pit lane, and Legends is lost at the top of Radion.
There is Legends. Mercedes sitting there in the inside. Yeah, okay, that's one thing I wanted to ask. That's a good prediction. How many do you think are actually going to finish this race? We have 18 drivers. 3 are already out.
Well, with GP3 only finishing with, I think it was 10 yesterday, I'll probably go with 12 for this one.
This is a weird call, but I mean, we're only pretty much 4 laps into this race. If I were everybody on this field, I don't even think I'd consider boxing. Would you?
No, I wouldn't consider boxing at this stage.
It's too early. And this is only going to help out the guys in the soft compound, extend that life a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. And also helps Postlead and Becker catch up to the paddock as well.
Yeah, if Rashi stays out, is anybody going to dive into the pits? We do have one. Devla's going to dive into the pits. Nobody else diving into the pits.
No,
He's going to
JML stays out on the softs.
Carlos is going to
Carlos
dive into the pits.
pits.
Why is he going to pit?
It's a double stack for racing points.
Oh no.
Senna pits, Whiffy pits. I think all gone onto the hard tyres.
It looks like Racing
Yep.
Point were ready for that though. Service both of them. Oh! Devla's caught the inside of the pit exit. He was almost nearly around. He is lucky to get out of that without any damage. Alright.
Becker back into the pits for the second time for this race.
Keep an eye on everybody. Make sure they're playing friendly.
We don't want the amount of time penalties we had last night.
Lucky's already made it. I mean, I know he hasn't pitted yet, but he's made it already up to 7th place.
Well, when the medium runners pit for their soft rubber, I think they'll have maybe 1+ seconds pace over the hard runners. Maybe even 2.
I don't know why a lot of these guys go for the hard compound. Unless there was just no traction in those mediums. I mean, you and I can only speculate what it feels like out there, but it doesn't really look like people are struggling too much with tire temperatures or track temperatures.
More with it being sunny and like this, it will keep the tyres hot, but those hard tyres, you really need to warm them up under the safety car because it will be bone cold on the restart.
This is ease the car in for a first couple laps. Use that time to kind of save any bit of fuel that you need to, or definitely save the ERS, recharge it up.
And just like I do prefer this new way of ERS with the overtake button, but I do prefer the 2019 version of the ERS more because you could turn your ERS off and certain areas of the track where you didn't use it.
Funny enough, you can do it in practice on this game, but no sense in doing it in the race. You have to keep it on medium, which I actually don't like either, because it takes even longer just to recharge it, especially if you need it. Given the fact, I'll give you guys a little breakdown of a realistic performance. I was tasked to drive a Alfa Romeo for 10 weeks, and that was absolutely the only thing I could use was fuel, actually overfuel the car as much as I could, and then try to use ERS. And by lap 2, the ERS was completely gone, and most of my fuel was gone because that car is a turtle. But not here. This is all equal performance, so that is why you see a Williams up front.
So Becker's now joined the back of the field, so it should be in at the end of this lap.
Look down, make sure. I haven't seen anybody collect each other on this safety car, so it's good to see everybody's getting along. now Whiffy, the only one that has a time penalty on this track, which is actually pretty impressive. Seeing lap 6, I mean, there are a lot of corners at Spa that will catch you out before track extension. I remember the first league race, looks like my co-comms is gone.
No, I'm still here.
It's it migrating host on my screen. Did they kick you out? Oh no.
It says you've left the session.
I have a championship. Carlos has left the session.
Yeah, on my screen it suddenly said that you've left the session, so I think it's you've disconnected from the whole lobby.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. This game kicked me. I love this game so much. But looks like I missed a little bit of action. Livid takes over the lead from Rashi.
Oh, I missed that as well.
Oh, my Delta's gone too, unfortunately. So for the drivers watching this stream back, I do apologize. I think you guys all know this game is completely flawless. Livid sets the fastest lap with a 146.9. Track is improving. Looks
Jamal pits
for his medium
heading for the
compound.
medium.
Gonna take
Have
those
to fight through the field now.
field of a bunch of guys on hard compounds, so it might be a little easier than he thinks. He will have the grip. Keeping an eye on Phil gets himself a 3-second time penalty.
Second one of the afternoon.
Oh, here we go. SF1 Senna against Whiffy. DRS is his. Whiffy goes to the inside to cover. No move yet. Senna's gonna stay behind. Does have Becker just behind him. Senna keeping it really clean this evening. So far, so good. No penalties. Nice thing, ladies and oh, Whiffy's around.
Whiffy.
Whoa, I might have caught the inside curb. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye.
I was on board.
Oh,
I
damage
don't know if
though.
that was a back end or being tagged.
He does have a very, very fast JML approaching him though, and those tires are going to be cooked. So he's got to keep it controlled a little bit. Bring the temperatures back down a little. Oh, Becker!
Oh, he's got on the inside curve. Safety car again. Safety car.
There we go. I wasn't getting that indication. Alright, back to safety car. So, now, 9 laps to go. I think any of those guys on the hard compound...
Livid, drive-through.
Big! Livid gets a drive-through. If any of the guys on the hard compound, I think I would opt to dive for the pits and put on the mediums. If you had a fresh set. Because, I mean, I know those hard compounds will last, but they're not going to have any type of
Livid,
pace.
another drive-through.
This track, man, I'm telling you, it never ceases to amaze me with just league races that occur here sometimes.
JML's, because of that safety car, JML's lost 3 positions because of it.
Zolo is
Well, 4 positions because he was in front of Phil.
Carlos might have been listening to me. He dove for the pits, put on the mediums.
Look, he's gone onto the softs. It's a wrong call in my eyes.
Yeah, that's a super stretch. It's probably going to be about 11 laps. 11? No, they might start going at 10 laps, which they will last 10 laps. If you manage them properly. It's going to be a stretch.
Livid and Rashi and Fella Dance, when they pit, which are probably around like 14, maybe 15 for the softs, I think the one gap to the cars behind will be quite small, so they will have to go through the traffic, as I usually say.
I'm having a complete brain fade right now. Can you serve a drive-through under safety car? I don't think you can. I think you have to wait until it's green.
No, you can't. You have to wait until it's green flag racing. Livid has 2 drive-throughs.
So he's going to have to do pretty much back-to-back. He's probably going to put him back down. Well, with them restarting from a safety car, he's going to be in bottom.
Yeah, as soon as the safety car comes in, he'll have to go for his drive-through, one of them anyway.
I'm telling you, look what's going to be in a podium position once Livid gets tired to the pits. Week in and week out. I'll say something. If, okay. With team managers, if anybody is ever inspiring to become an SF1 team manager and you're not sure what kind of GP2 driver you're looking for, one of these guys right here, which I have the screen on, is definitely a good pick to start your team with. It's almost like picking up Sebastian Vettel. Not currently winning, but you know the talent is there. And he will produce if you give him the right car. And who I'm talking about right now is Devla Harrison, always finding himself through the field in a podium position right now. It will be P2 eventually. But Phil, the brand new Renault driver, is going to inherit third.
Lucky in postcard into the pits. Lucky for his first set of mediums and postcard for a long set of mediums.
This man sneaking through the field, getting himself further up. A good battle between himself and his rival. Sitting 5th, his rival is in 10th. So they should go back to green in just a moment, actually after this lap. So they'll have pretty much a 10-lap shootout in case something else doesn't occur, that we have another safety car.
Bloody SF1 Carlos there was behind, on board with Whiffy there, just like he went to the right hand side of the track, then glitched onto the racing line. So I think there's a few connection issues with the lorry.
Yeah, I got booted.
Yeah, I know you did.
I think everybody knows I did. Even the drivers are probably like, hey! Let's see if race control gives us that nice little indication that the safety car will be back in this lap. Usually comes around this moment. Actually, we're at the wrong turn. My apologies.
Yeah, it's the next few corners. It's usually on the run to, I think, Blanchimon, I think. I think that's the corner name anyway.
Doesn't look like
safety car. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it is. It's in now. Safety car in this lap.
I'm not getting that either again. I have the safety card, but I don't have the race control information now. Let's see if I can get it back up. All right.
Usually, if you pause and then unpause, it does it.
Oh
Ooh,
no,
Lucky
Lucky's
has...
giving me an invite. So let's jump on board with the Renault driver, brand new Renault driver, for the restart of this race. I usually like to go about 4th back. Here we go, looking behind him. One is Livid, is going to dive for the pits now. He is going to serve his first drive through. Oh, Senna's thinking about it. Oh, Devla's around. If that's not the worst commentator's curse I've ever given somebody, I do rightfully apologize, Devla. I completely just screwed that one up. Senna's gonna go on the inside of Phil. Jive on board with Phil. Phil's gonna follow through. Smart idea to back out of a side-by-side battle. Up through El Rouge, into Radion, and down the Camel Straight. Devla's retired from the race.
He's on board with Livid. Do you think he's got it? He's either gone into the wall or someone's put him in the wall.
That's interesting. So
yeah, it's just cars in the middle of the track with the wheel off, so it's kind of weird.
Little fuel for the fire a couple of weeks ago when Senna took the victory. I believe it was at Canada or one of those tracks around that round. Rashi was holding on to the lead, and Senna beat him. Senna said that he wasn't worried, he had him covered. So could that be stuck in Rashi's mind this entire time? Or could this be a way for Rashi to fire back and say, no, mate, you don't have me covered? Oh, okay, battle. Oh, there's connection. That's Lunimu. Got tangled up in the battle between JML and Zolo. I just caught that. And Lunimu does have damage now. He has an end plate missing on his front right.
Oh, virtual safety car.
Oh no, what has happened to SF1 Carlos? He's completely killed himself there. So now we're both down at the driver.
I know what he's done. Oh, Lucky's gone as well.
Oh my gosh. Where's Lucky gone off? That is a weird place to go off for Lucky. Alright, so a little cue here, ladies and gentlemen. Before this race, I was talking to SF1 Stig and said, alright, I have to get ready to go stream a Wreckfest. And he said, no, it'll be a pretty good race, and I don't know. I think I was more on the point.
Bill's been caught napping.
Back to racing. Oh, there's the Ferrari. JML have one heck of a run.
Yeah, he did.
Is Bill gonna hold on the inside? There we go, side by side in the turn. Oh, Till Zola wants to go. Bill's kind of holding him up. I think Bill's gonna let the Ferrari through just for. Oh, they're gonna go for it. Oh, thought that end plate was gonna get taken off. Ferrari runs really deep. Still side by side. That's not a place I would be side by side.
No,
Oh wow, I'm gonna
I
jump on
wouldn't either.
Whiffy with this view. Ah, Whiffy's really fighting that wheel as you have post clap right behind him. It's almost like Whiffy has damage, but I don't know. His setup doesn't. I wonder if he's struggling with his setup because I've never. Oh, who's that? That's Phil. Phil's gone off into the wall.
At least he's
At what
still
point
running.
do I get to keep up with this madness?
Still got his front link.
Jump on board with Post Glad. As you see, Whiffy is trying to catch up with Bill. Oh, Whiffy's gone wide. I think the car snapped on him a bit.
Oh, Whiffy deep.
Almost into the back gearbox of that Racing Point.
Post goes around the outside.
7. Now this man back up to 3rd. Those medium compounds will have a little bit more pace on the 2 ahead of them. Fatal and Senna. Senna already on 8 laps of those hard compound. I bet he didn't describe himself finding himself in P1 this evening. He said it was really upbeat, or not up, more beat up really, about missing qualifying in his final run in Q1, and was very upset with himself. I wonder how he's feeling right now. No time to feel upset for yourself. You're leading a race, and your championship rival is catching you, so time to put your head down and push.
And my theory for how many drivers finishing this race is out of the window because I did say 12, but now there's only 11.
We still have 8 laps to go. It's just the nature of this track. It's always been like that. I don't know why. I think it's just, it's obviously it's the longest, track on the calendar. You have to be concentrated the entire lap. It's not, relax here, okay, wind down there. This track will snap at you at any point.
Yep, JML within DRS range of Fatal now.
The Mercedes driver versus the pink Mercedes driver. That is what the nickname is, Racing Point. Jump on.
It's Fatal in the AlphaTauri, not the Racing Point.
Oh, you're right, okay. Completely got me off on that one. El Rouge.
I think JML may have this one with DRS and overtake.
JML definitely lifted a little bit going up that hill.
He's on the pad, so I think he's just trying to be safe. Fell with another 3-second penalty.
Can Fatal hold on to the P2? Can he get closer to Esteban Senna? Reel him in for maybe a battle for the lead. Fatal touches the gravel just a bit. Actually jump on board with Fatal as you have that Mercedes all through his rearview mirror. Zolo, depending on how much these guys fight, Zolo might have a look here in a moment. So that could help him catch back up.
I was going to say Zola, I was like, where's that coming from? But then I just realised it's the Ferrari's end of the game tag.
Yeah, I just pronounce it Zolo. See, he's here. Fatal runs a bit deep. Cross the line. I wonder if that was a warning. I bet that was probably a warning. And JMO got a really good run out of that exit.
He doesn't want to really make the move until the camel straight.
Fines goes a bit deep into that corner. It's going to compromise his exit. Handled it pretty well though, but what I'm saying, Zolo now only 1.3, was 2 seconds back. This battling between the two might help him catch back up. 3/10. He needs to find. Oh, it's back up to 4/10. There goes the Mercedes driver. Can he make a move? Should be just about the job done this time around.
And much closer this time. Should get it done even before halfway at least. Side pass. The two championship rivals now.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a battle. One is on ultimate strategy though, compared to the other. 6-lap old mediums compared to 10-lap old hards.
Wiffy with another 3-second time penalty.
So the cool thing now that you mentioned that with this new Delta is I can give you guys a look at the penalty situation so far. Wiffy has 12 seconds, and Phil has 12 seconds. Both tied on the Renault front. But yeah, Fatal
I've
has
got 9 seconds of mine for Phil.
Interesting.
I'll check the race director.
This game is broken. See, they
1,
even
2.
like we have a new utility you can use during the race, and it's still broken.
Yeah, it's only 12 seconds on the race. Sorry, 9 seconds on the race director. So I think it may be a glitch to your disconnection.
Hopefully, I didn't cause anybody to get an unwarranted penalty with me joining.
JML almost within a second now.
I'm riding over with Rashi versus Wiffy here. Carlos has
And
left the
Kelsey's
session.
left.
And Rashi get close enough up the hill. Wiffy just pretty much mowed the grass going up the hill. So that should get Rashi.
Rashi's on the pad. Rashi's on the pad and Wiffy's on the wheel, so we get a better version ready on. I think he may go for a move.
He's gonna go for it.
Wiffy leaves the space.
That was a move. Rashi gets himself back up to P6. Oh, that was close.
That was.
JML now half a second between him and the race leader, SF1 Senna. Gonna get the job done. I think he's gonna wait until DRS at the Camel Straight. How much do you think Senna's gonna fight back here?
Well, neither of them have time penalties at the minute. We'll check the warnings though to see. JML's only on 2, and same as Senna. Wiffy!
Approach the safety car. Yet again, it doesn't show me, but I saw
it's
it on
with
the
Becca.
boards.
It's with Becca. It's where Becca went. If you go on board with Bill.
Yeah, I can see that curve right there. Wait, how did he do that?
Yeah, if he spun right around, he's in a 180. Oh, and the Ferrari pits.
Solo's gonna go in the pits, put on soft compound. So is Rashi already did. 4 laps on his so far. Anybody else gonna be daring at the back here?
It's a lot of time to make back up on those tyres within 4 laps.
It's the versus car. Oh, it's not.
No, it's still going. Now it's finished, and Livy gets another drive-through penalty.
Oh my gosh.
But the top 3 covered by 1.6 seconds.
Fatal gets himself closer to this battle. Fatal, the only one so far with a time penalty between these 3. Let's jump on board with Senna as he sees his rival catching him. How much is Senna worth pushing here?
JML does have 20% more ERS than what Senna has as well.
Jump on board with JML. see Senna's really trying to break the toe. Coming up into the ultimate chicane here.
JML did have a look, but he backed out of it.
Lap 19 out of 22. Could this be the move for the lead of the race? All depends on his entry and exit here. He's gotten a good one. Senna goes to the inside to cover. Is he gonna go? Senna puts the car right in the middle of the road. JML's gonna go to the outside. Try to force it still side by side. Ooh, makes the move. I think Senna's just gonna have to focus on Fatal behind him at this point, because JML and this mediums is just gonna scoot off. Gaps in Bill. We have Bill against Phil here. Racing Point versus the Renault. Not close enough that time around to make any move. Though Phil is on soft compounds against Bill's medium compound.
JML with a 3-second time penalty.
Interesting. He's gonna have 2 laps to try to put 3 seconds between himself and Senna. He has one of them, so he's got to find 2 more seconds. Which, being on the medium compound, he should pretty much be able to do. Oh, Fatal gets a little unhappy through that final chicane. Postclad's found himself in the 4th. Rashi is catching quickly on those soft compounds.
Yes, he's at the back of Postclad now.
Is this going to be a move down the Camel Straight? I wouldn't think about making a move there. Actually, just hold behind. The only thing that makes me nervous about going up El Rouge like that is if the car ahead of me snaps or the dirty air somehow catches the car off and I end up in the wall. Here it goes, Rashi. DRS is open for him. On the inside. Postclad, is he?
He hasn't got enough ERS to get by. Postclad with another 3-second time penalty. And Phil as well. That's Phil definitely up to 12 now.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of that, so I'm just not going to try anymore.
So, I think it's going to end the exact same way GP3 ended, with only 10 drivers remaining.
Gap at the top still 1.6. Bill trying to reel in Phil here. Phil on soft compounds though. Bill has fallen out of DRS range. These gaps. He's sticking board. This is the closest one.
Senna's literally got no ERS.
He's going to have to mount a charge. Hopefully he has enough fuel in that car, because the gap now is 1.8. It is nearing a 1 second, unless JML somehow unfortunately gets a second penalty. I don't know. It's gonna be close if Senna tries to push, but he's got to be careful not to get himself a penalty. Actually following the AlphaTauri. Will he be closer this time around? Let's dive on board. Williams versus AlphaTauri up the hill. Actually gets a good run there.
Delivered with a 3-second time penalty now. And he's just not got enough ERS to get up past Postclad.
Pulls close, but not close enough. Ultimate lap of this race. The lead and the win hang in the balance of a penalty on JML for track extensions. Pardon my language. Gap 2.1. Senna's gotta push if he wants it. He's got a whole another lap and a half to go. Whatever is in that Alfa Romeo, you have to use it now.
Well, bear in mind if Senna makes one mistake, he's on a 3-second time
Yeah,
penalty as well.
exactly. Rashi trying everything he can, but just can't get around Postglad here. Half a second. That's all that remains between Senna and JML. Looks like
It's a
Phil.
yellow flag.
Oh!
It's Phil.
Phil, something has happened to Phil. No damage though. JML starts his final run here for the Belgian Grand Prix. Senna is 2.9 seconds and falling. He's got to push harder. We have Fatal Defiance 3.2 seconds. Rashi just behind. The AlphaTauri still. ERS is what's keeping him behind. Doesn't have enough to get past him. In the balance, there's 3 seconds.
Both of them are literally using their ERS. One's trying to pull away, the other one's trying to stay with.
Jump on board with JML. You can tell he's really trying to take this pretty easy too. Keeping it clean so he doesn't get another time penalty. Early mistake in the race. Huh?
3.2 they got now.
Early mistake in the race. Thought it might have caught him out just a bit, but able to clean up a couple safety cars, help him get right back into this race. Now he's leading back where he started pole. Looks like this is going to be this man's victory of the night. To carve into that lead of SF1 Senna just a little bit more. Probably not as much as he would hope though, seeing that Senna started pretty much dead last. But Senna, what a drive. I know the game's going to give him drive of the day. JML did what he had to, had a little mistake, owned up to it, came back, crossed the line with the victory in hand. 3.3 separates, so he's going to win by 3:10. Senna's going to cross the line. Fatal Defiance, what a good race from himself this evening. Will he hold on to that position? Postclad's going to cross. Is Rashi going to jump the set? Oh, Rashi dismisses by 1.7. Zolo crosses P6. Now I'm thinking about livid. They hate the office to forget, really. Phil crosses P8. Phil's going to cross P9. And Livid will round up the final. Livid's going to finish this race in the pits. That just shows you how much he's not happy. I can't say I've never done that. I've done that myself. But there you guys have it. What a race. I do apologize to the drivers that are going to watch this back. SF1 Senna voted driver of the day by the game. But what a race. I'm completely knackered after all that. Anything that could go wrong pretty much did go wrong. Alright, once we get into this podium celebration. Man of the hour, JML wins this race, followed by SF1 Senna in P2. Fatal Defiance holds on to P3. And I believe that is his first podium this year, or for this SF1 career.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
Alright, give you guys the results of the race here. JML picks up the win at the Belgian Grand Prix. SF1 Senna in P2. We have Fatal Defiance in P3, Rashi P4, Postglad P5, Zolos P6, Lunimu P7, Phil in P8, Phil P9, and Livid round out your finishers this evening. And our casualties, unfortunately, and there's a good list this evening. We have Whiffy P11, we have Lucky P12, Carlos P13, Devla P14, Becker P15, Legend P16, Croce P17, and Redman, the reserve this evening, rounds out the 18 drivers that took part in this Grand Prix. Gonna move it on to
Yeah, I'll just need to load them into the lobby. Oh, get Sinner in anyway.
should be picking me up. Yeah, there we go. That was nice. Copy and paste is real nice. We have Senna's in here. Just need to get the fines. And there he is. Alright. Let's get these podium interviews on the way, shall we? What a race. Full of a bunch of casualties and some crazy, crazy events happening all throughout this entire race. The tire strategies, the time penalties on track, and not to mention the overtakes. It was just one heck of a race. We'll start with our man on P3 on that third step this evening. Fatal Defiance. What a nice solid drive. We're battling there for a little bit with SF1 Senna for the lead. And unfortunately, JML being on those medium compounds caught you guys pretty quick. But no, solid race this evening. Congrats on P3. Give us a rundown of your race.
Well, to start with, I was just like, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. This turn 1 here is a bit of a crash magnet, but I just tried to keep my nose clean and just keep pushing and just try and stick with the lead pack. The second safety car helped me greatly. Being behind Looney Moo, managed to jump him in the pits and then just go.
Yeah. It was solid. Congrats, though. I'm going to hand it over to Harrison. Harrison, do you have anything to add?
No, but just a great drive from yourself, huh?
Thanks.
Congratulations, Fatal. We'll move it on to man that I didn't think he was probably going to want to try to talk to us this evening. SF1 Senna grabs P2 after starting pretty much near last, and unfortunately had a bit of a daydream and missed your final run in Q1. A little upset with yourself, but you managed to put it on the podium, so I bet you feel a little bit better. Just give us a rundown of your race, Senna.
Yeah, well, it makes the evening a bit more worthwhile now, I suppose, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, but no, I did not expect that, to be honest. By qualifying, I sat there in Q1, just sat there watching Rashi's car go round and completely missed my window to leave the pits. And yeah, just stuffed myself up, and in the same time my daughter comes in, I want to say good night. And I think Harrison pointed it out in party with us. I bounced off the wall because I wasn't actually looking at the screen, so I was lucky not even to get wing damage. But
I did see that
qualifying
myself,
wasn't ideal.
to be honest.
Yeah, qualifying wasn't ideal, but the race, it was my strategy for the race was just to keep out of trouble, slow down. I sat back at turn 1, let everyone crash into each other, and just picked off the drivers one by one. The safety cars helped a lot. I pitted under the first safety car and double stacked almost with Carlos, but yeah, just sort of stayed out on the hards. I knew as soon as I pitted for the hards I was going to take them to the end, so just to see where I'd end up at the end, and was not expecting to be leading the race until like 2-3 laps before the end. And then when JML got past me, I noticed he had a 3-second penalty, tried to keep it within that 3 second and just couldn't quite do it. I didn't have the ERS to do it. So he just managed to pit me by 3 tenths, I think it was.
It was super close. Both Harrison and I were watching those final laps, talking about the time penalty that he had, but the fact that he was on the mediums, he was just able to, eke it out between you two. But what a battle between you guys. I hope that you guys carried through for the rest of the, what do we have, 8 races left?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. That is the plan. I do wish I didn't look at the penalties at the end of the race though, because I saw that he got his penalty and 2 warnings on the same lap, so he was 1 warning away from another penalty.
Oh yeah, he was definitely dancing
He wasn't
around.
the only one.
No, I was 1 warning away from a penalty from like lap 4, I think.
Yeah, it
Nice.
was lap 4.
But Harrison, do you have
I-
anything to add to SF1 Senna?
No, just I think he's just trying to copy me a one hell of a recovery drive.
Yeah, I needed it, but yeah, cheers, mate.
All right, well, that's going to do it, guys. Congratulations on your podium this evening. Hopefully your luck carries over into Monza, the Temple of Speed, next week. If you guys want to catch that race, make sure you tune in. Same time, same channel. I'm sure I'll be there streaming. Not sure if Harrison will be there. It was nice to have you back after this evening. You didn't have to work. But do appreciate the help, Harrison.
No probs.
All right, that will do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us through my, untimely problems I had this evening from getting kicked from the lobby, as well as Streamlabs deleting my microphone. But whatever. It is what it is. Until then, you can catch GP1, Harrison, the likes of himself, racing here at the Belgian Grand Prix on Sunday. Same time and same channel as well. But until then, guys, have a wonderful weekend. We will see you on Sunday. We'll see you soon. SF1 is signing out. Good night.